Genesis chapter 14, Holman Christian Standard Bible. In those days, Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of Goyim, waged war against Bera, king of Sodom, Birsha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, and Shemeber, king of Zeboim, as well as the king of Bela, that is Zor. All these came as allies in the valley of Siddim, that is the Dead Sea. They were subject to Chedorlaomer for 12 years, but in the 13th year they rebelled. In the 14th year, Chedorlaomer and the kings who were with him came and defeated Rephaim in Ashtaroth Canaim, the Zuzim in Ham, the Emim in Shava Kiriathaim, and the Horites in the mountains of Seir, as far as El Paran in the wilderness. Then they came back to invade En-Mishpat, that is Kadesh, and they defeated all the territory of the Amalekites as well as the Amorites who lived in the Hazazon Tamar. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor, went out and lined up for battle in the valley of Siddim against Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, Tidal, king of Goyim, Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elasar, 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Siddim contained many asphalt pits, as well as the king of Sodom and Gomorrah fled. Some of them fell into them, but the rest fled to the mountains. The 4 kings took all the goods from Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food and went on. They also took Abraham's nephew Lot and his possessions, for he was living in Sodom, and they went on. One of the survivors came and told Abraham the Hebrew, who lived near the oaks belonging to Mamre, the Amorite, the brother of Eshcol, and the brother of Aner. They were bound by a treaty with Abraham. When Abraham heard that his relative had been taken prisoner, he assembled his 318 trained men born in his household, and they went in pursuit as far as Dan. Then he and his servants deployed against them by night, attacking them and pursued them as far as Hobah to the north of Damascus. He brought back all the goods, and also his relative Lot and his goods, as well as the women and other people. Melchizedek, after Abraham returned from defeating Chedorlaomer and the kings who were with him, the king of Sodom went out to meet him in the valley of Shava, that is, the king's valley. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out the bread and wine. He was priest of the Most High God. He blessed them and said, Abraham is blessed by Most High God, creator of heaven and earth, and I give praise to God Most High, who has handed over your enemies to you. And Abraham gave him 1/10 of everything. And the king of Sodom said to Abraham, give me the people, but take the possessions for yourself. Abraham said to the king of Sodom, I have raised my hand in an oath to Yahweh, the God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, that I will not take a thread or a sandal or strap or anything that belongs to you, so you can never say, I made Abraham rich. I will take nothing except for what the servants have eaten. But as for the share of the men who came with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre, they can take their share.